There's plenty of time to treat yourself to something good to eat at our refreshment center.
Custom Underground Podcast, episode 13.
Finally. I love that shirt. Actually, hey, interesting note, that shirt got taken down. We got a cease and desist from Pro Wrestling Tees.
What?
Yeah. Way to start off the show, huh? Okay, go ahead. I didn't mean to...
You seriously got a cease and desist over at the Custom Club?
Yeah. I mean, we could fight it, but, it's like whatever.
That's crazy. I would have ordered more shirts had you told me this was going to happen.
I didn't know, yeah. They just, one day, it was last week. Last week, it's hey, Pro Wrestling Tees claimed a a copyright infringement or whatever, and we would argue parody, so, it's not real, but, it's real enough, so whatever,
That's a way downer to start the episode. Thank you for that. In other news, the Price of Fame opened while we were gone on our little vacation, our mini vacation, and touched a lot of people's heart. It's a good story about the redemption of Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and I've been told it will be online soon. We're working to get it on possibly iTunes, so that's great.
Awesome.
Also, another project I'm a part of, Headlock Comics, is in the hands of The Rock and The Rock's people. So that's very cool. Hopefully something great comes out of that because there's no bigger entertainer right now than The Rock. Also, Deadline, Finalist, The Fallen Heroes, this Sunday, 11:59 Central Standard Time. Get your figures in. I know we got a lot of great, we got 4 great figures that are being worked on. We've seen some work in progress pictures. We're very impressed. Also, follow Nick Manawa, our producer, at Nick Manawa and at Nick Manawa Figs.
You're on a roll, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, November 12th.
Don't forget our judge, Showstopper Custom Figs on Instagram. And congratulations to my friend, the Mad Reaper, on his first female wrestling figure.
In a long time. Yeah, she turned out great. She was fun, though. It's a cool attire.
The little dots that he did on the boots and on the back of the cape. I don't know if those show up very well, but a lot of detail on the figure.
Silver eyeshadow. You don't have to do eyeshadow on the dude, so.
Yeah, a lot of makeup. Obviously, you're a guy, so makeup is not your forte. Well, some guys maybe it is, but
I hope not. No. Then yeah.
We do have some very exciting news. We are doing a one-off, and with that, I give it to the Mad Reaper.
Yeah, so we are doing a one-off. The NWF.
Oh, by the way, he's the Mad Reaper. I'm the chosen one. We're called. I forgot to mention that part, but all right, continue.
No, that was great. Yeah, so we're doing a one-off. We're kind of hosting a one-off contest. It started. The NWF sent us a message, and it's actually a matchup between the King of Figs, on Instagram at king.of.figs_, and Wrestleman Maverick. So that's wrestle, like Southern wrestling. Man, Maverick, as in Top Gun. And so they're actually
the card player.
They're actually competing against each other, and this is actually it's actually going to start now as soon as this episode comes out, which will be November 10th, and they will have till December 10th to be able to compete, duke it out head to head. So this is kind of more of a friendly grudge match. I wish it was more of a grudge match, but they're actually going to be doing.
Need to be started.
Yeah, which if you want to, call someone out, this is the forum to do it.
Drop your comments below.
How do you pronounce it? NATO? I always pronounce it. Anyway, it's Tetsuya Natao. I think it's Natao.
Okay.
Either way, he's a Japanese wrestler. He's from NJPW. I believe he is from the. Oh man, I'm going to totally butcher this, but it's the Los Ingobernables. Oh man, that's awful. I got a shirt though. They're really cool, like the Destino shirts. Anyway, it's a faction, not a fraction. 3/4 is a fraction. This is a faction. Holy shit! I've been gone for a week, so that's my bad. We'll talk about that later. So this is I'm stumbling right here live. So, anyways, they're doing this head-to-head custom. They got a month to do it, and I'm taking it, Pat, because this is bad.
So yeah, we have our first rivalry, which we want to, like he said, start more of. If you have a friendly or unfriendly, if you think you're better than somebody, just come on the show and call them the freak out. That's fine, because we love that kind of stuff. But this is a friendly rivalry, and they contacted us and they wanted to have a one-off, and so we're very excited for that. We're also today. This is the judging episode for the female figures.
Wow, the divas. And so this one's going to be sweet. One more thing on the last note. I mean, we get a lot of people, not we, but, according to Showstopper, I've talked to him, he's got, thousands of haters. So, if you're someone who's a hater and you really hate someone else's work, then challenge them and see if you can do better, because 99% of the haters can't do shit. But, it would be really interesting if you guys wanted to fight in a custom tournament and a custom off on the Custom Undergrounds. We're looking forward to hosting those, and we really want that to turn into a thing. So it's just one versus one.
The pros, see if you can go head to head with the Mad freaking Reaper.
Don't call me out. I'm too busy to be called out.
Actually, no, it's gotta call you out.
Yeah. So call out. Let's do a tag team.
Pretty busy too.
Someone could
81 orders sitting on his desk or something.
Let's do a trio. Someone should call out us three, the judges, versus someone else, other three. We'll do a trios tag team. We'll do Son of Havoc, Angelico, and Evilise, and I'll take care of Son of Havoc. Okay. So yeah, we'll discuss. We'll jump right into the judging of the women. So this was kind of our Gift of the Gods format match, where we had wanted a woman wrestler, preferably one without a head scan that's been made before. And boy, they didn't disappoint. I think that we had 6 very good customs. A lot of them just showed up. It's really tough. This was not easy as a judge, and it didn't look like it was too easy as a fans either. But yeah,
it was very close.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and jump into our discussion about that here. Let me pull it up. I will show you guys the customs that we are talking about, and it is this one. Let's go jump into Stacy.
Hey, you know what we have to do?
What?
We have to tell Gareth that he can't put those on his site.
Well, he can put them on there. They won't take them down.
I just don't want to get a cease and desist.
Yeah. Well, at least he'll have to just stop selling them. They'll even be more worthy now that we can get them for figures, but not for ourselves.
Exactly. So, Ring Cling Customs. Get shirts like this, all sorts of things, and he does custom orders, so great guy.
And Bullet Club. Yeah, he's not going to be worried about that. He's doing Bullet Club shirts. That's even more infringement. Oh, man.
Yeah, Stacy Keebler. Let me look on my list here.
This is Damien.
The Barbie hair was a bold move. It's something either you like or you don't like generally. So I thought that was a great thing. And he looks like he touched up the face. It looks very clean and realistic. I thought that was really good.
Absolutely.
The one thing that didn't sell me for this was a little bit of the camo. I thought it was a little loosely done, and but the hair was a nice bold move. I liked it. I think the face touch up was great. This is Stacy Keibler as we know and love her, and as Mad Reaper has said, he got the legs right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as we know and love her, I love her on top of a table stripping in WCW. But as a Dudley manager, she was pretty cool too. But those legs, yeah, he got it right. I really like this figure. I thought this figure was really
Yep.
cool. The camo, I agree. I think it could have been a little more detailed, but it still looks very clean. To me, the face, absolutely what Pat said. The paint is tremendous. Like even from this distance where the picture is shot, you could tell that's Stacy Keibler, and I really appreciated that. The one thing that I had some difficulty with getting over, this would have probably been my second or third. This is really tough because the competition was so tight, but the back of the hair was cut straight across, and that to me kind of killed the illusion of the hair. It's a very bold move, and I think it was executed really well. It's just, man, it's so tough cutting hair. You can't, it's, I don't know.
Well, that's why people go to school for it in real life.
Well, yeah, and when we're sculpting hair, if you're looking at the back of anyone's hair, it's all different lengths, like Jericho's, Morrison's, or really anyone's, and if you have that perfectly symmetrical straight cut, it kind of kills the illusion because now you're like, oh wait, what happened? And you really only see that in like movies where someone's having a meltdown and taking a scissors to their hair. But even then,
You're on
yeah,
a roll tonight.
even then, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just think that to me was my biggest gripe with the figure. Other than that, skin tone great, face paint great, paint job as a whole great, boots great, body choice, everything is spot on.
This was Showstopper's third place. He says he agreed about the camo, wishes it was done a little bit more. It would have lifted it more. It was a great custom. Without knowing the real scale of it, the long legs were present. So again, the legs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan of how the hair was applied, but that's just a personal preference on his part. So those were his thoughts. We got his thoughts on the top three, or his top three. So, and of course, you always want to listen to Showstopper because he's got great advice as well as the Mad Reaper, and I'm just here. So
whatever. We got great advice too. We got next one. How do you pronounce her name? I don't know, but this is Will.
this is Janie Britannico.
Oh yeah. Janie's got a gun. She looked really sweet. I think Will killed it on this. The figure.
Will does not get the credit he deserves, and I think it's because he's not as well known in the wrestling world as he is in more like the G.I. Joe and Marvel world. So I think a lot of people are just coming on to him, and I think the more wrestling figures he does, the more respect and more credit he'll get.
Absolutely.
The shirt was handmade. It was excellently done.
It's his first shirt. And he absolutely killed it.
Yeah, and I think the shirt and the blood really helps sell the craziness of the figure.
Oh man, yeah, she looks terrifying. Like,
you don't want to meet her in a dark alley.
Yeah, I don't want to meet her in a lighted up alley.
Not too.
I
really think the articulated fingers again.
It's
always
so great. Yeah, so great. I mean, Will could start a business articulating people's fingers for them because he does it so well. Like
He's talked about doing that. I've already placed an order, so.
the divas fingers are even like more, dainty or small. So it's really cool that he was able to do that.
We posted a picture on our Instagram, I believe it was, showing just how different the diva fingers are. Basically half the size of the male figures, and so it's even harder to get the pin in there and then to thread the wire or whatever he uses, because he uses a couple different things, but to get it in there and of course not have it poke through and not poke you. So,
Giggity.
yeah.
So yeah, that should turn into a soundbite. We're talking about how hard it is to get it in there, but Will got it in there pretty well. What a great figure! I really like the mask work too. The mask work was great. The one thing for me that isn't any of Will's doing. I really see Bailey's eyebrows. But other than that, I guess you can't really cover up the eyebrows, Like, I guess this chick kind of has those eyebrows.
Eyebrows, yeah.
You still can't tell it's Bailey, but you kind of can with the expression. Like, so either way, I thought this was a great figure. I think this was my number 2. No, this was my number 3. This is definitely my number 3. This was such a good figure, and man, yeah, like you said, I can't echo enough. Like, people need to be aware of Will. If you guys haven't watched the episode with us, watch that episode. I think it's episode 9 or 10. It's such a great episode. He's a cool dude. Drops a bunch of knowledge. He's been doing this for a long time. He's a teacher. He's sharing. He's very sharing. He's an awesome dude. So go follow him if you haven't. If you're not.
Future Will.
And then we got. What do we got next? We got Dale. Oh, man, what just wants to. Dale did this figure, and it was supposed to be Tessa Blanchard, which I think he broke some parts, so that was.
It is what it is. It's a broken figure. He broke both the legs and the neck. Well, hopefully that's not like a voodoo doll that will cause harm on the real Tessa Blanchard. But
you just need a pentagon now to break her leg.
It was a good start of a figure.
Yeah, it looked like that. So we'll go to Toni Storm, who I only know her name because of Pat. I don't watch the Mae Young Classic, but this was from the NWF. This was a really great figure.
I think absolutely. I mean, all the figures were good, but this one absolutely killed it with the clean paint apps. Let me just look at the iPad patch thinger majigger. Really did it. The eye, and of course, accessories like the hat, and then you see on her arm the detail that he went into to apply that. So
that's not easy either. Yeah, that's great. The nail polish, he had everything on this figure. Super clean. Man, I don't know. The NWF just he is the definition of a dark horse. Like, I was a fan of his going into this before because I was like, hey, he did a Connor too. But every single custom he's done in this tournament, it's absolutely just blown me away, blown all of us away because it's so clean. He was the one that lost to Dog Crack last time, which was, we thought a victim of the circumstances. But
losing Dog Crack's no disrespect because he's a legit character also. And yeah, I mean,
he's
going
back.
up against Dog Crack is pretty tough. And I think if he had gone against someone else, he probably would have won. And this was my favorite. This was my pick for the winner.
And this is actually my pick for the winner as well. Just because of the detail and the hair. The hair was painted perfectly. I really liked the darker goldish blonde with the lighter highlights. Dry brushed over it. I mean, the whole figure from top to bottom is really great. I find that the head seems a little bigger, but I can't help but think that that's probably because it's got a big baseball cap on it. Yeah, so all in all, great work. Yeah, I think this was Showstopper's pick too. So it looks like
it was also the fans pick.
And the fans pick. So it looks like the NWF is going on to the final round in a 3-way match. I kind of
said, just really quickly, Showstopper said, nothing catches his eye like a clean custom. The lines and decals were neatly done. The black and white paint applied smoothly. So that's what he said about it. So those are high praises from Showstopper.
Yeah. And Showstopper pretty much said that he went with the one that stuck out with him the most right away because we didn't really use our grading criteria for this. It was tough to do 7 figures, so we went about it in a way to where, just the best figure, and you guys did not make it easy on us at all.
No, and the other one was that he really got caught right away was the Ember Moon, which was only the second full custom of Eon's. So that's high praise.
And here she is.
The weird technical issues going on here. There she is. I mean, you can't say enough about this. His second full custom,
It's very
uh,
clean.
very clean. He gets better with each custom, and his last one wasn't bad. It was just simple.
Yeah.
And so all judges took note of this custom right
Yeah.
away in some form or another. It's a solid outing for a rookie versus going against pros. He sculpted the nose, he put on fuller lips, and he shaved the chin. So I thought the head really was one of the things that stuck out to me, and this was definitely a great,
Oh, great figure.
great figure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The sculpting work, the head, the skin tone is all matched perfectly. Yeah, the little details. Wow, this is from an amateur, and
On
it's gonna
my
be.
second full custom, I will not be doing nose jobs, putting in fuller lips, and shaved chins. I mean, that's just amazing for your second full custom.
And even the difference in the colors of the hair, like he's definitely one to watch coming into the next season or 2 seasons from now. Yeah, so this was a great figure.
He's 2B.
Huge shout out to Ian. Is it Ian or
Ian, yes.
Ian
Ian
Hinosa?
Hinosa.
Hinosa,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Yeah. So what a great figure. I think Showstopper. The only thing that he had against it, and it was nothing. Too big, but it was the shine of. He thought the figure was a little shiny. He prefers his figures matte. I'm in the same boat, and I guess this is a perfect time to kind of talk about real quick. I get a lot of questions about how do I seal my figures. This is how I seal my figures. If there's points to where there's contact, I try to do a layer of Mod Podge on those specific joints. Then I go with a Krylon High Gloss, and then followed that up with the Citadel Matte, and that usually gets you the perfect matte finish. We'll have to ask Showstopper what his sealing process is, but I know that's a question I get a ton, like literally a ton. So this Ember Moon, I think if it was more matted down, it would even look better. But it looks great right now.
Showstopper said everything about it was great. That's not even considering it's just his second full custom. Skin tone was good. Those details in the tire were pro level. That's coming from Showstopper. That's high praise. The only reason, like you said, that he didn't pick it was a shine on the figure, which he didn't think was intentional. And like you said, he likes the matte look on the figure. So, but that's high praise for a second full custom coming from Showstopper. Job well done.
Very, very high. Now here is my. I hesitate to say favorite, but it was my favorite. Although it didn't win the tournament or win this round for me, this was my favorite figure because I was kind of a fan of Sables, but I'm a fan of Beyondos, and this figure is a lot of complexity in the nudity, which is not something that is done often anymore with any diva figures. But back in the day, that's all you'd see is half naked diva figures from Jax. So yeah, this is Beyondo's work.
Head with Elizabeth hair and sculpted bangs. That's
wow.
I mean, it looks like Sable. I mean, you would think
like Sable, yeah.
So that was good. I think the outfit is obviously popular for all around reasons, but it's another home run from Beyond, and you can't say enough about his talent and his skill level.
You know, it's a tough thing because I think for a nude figure, the more articulation kind of detracts from the illusion of its flawlessness, like the skin. If it didn't have double jointed knees, it would look like you'd see the longer legs and you'd kind of not be taken back by the gap. With the articulation, which is something that Mattel doesn't do with their women that a lot of people want, you kind of like, your eyes kind of stop there and you're like, wait, what's going on here? And it's not because her knees are messed up or anything. They just look different than what we're used to. But, this one could pose better than any of the other ones. And that is something that I really loved about it. The paintwork, the sculpting. I'd like to know, I mean, he probably sculpted... It looked like he enhanced her a couple ways. And, yeah, it's just a great
He put
figure.
a lot of work into this, and it really shows. And he also had an alternate version with a potato sack, which was just genius as well.
Yeah, so Beyond killed
good thing about Beyond.
No, he killed
personally
it.
and professionally.
Absolutely. So that was our gift for the gods. That's tough.
That's really true of everyone that's been in this contest. They're great competitors. They're great professionally, but they're also we went up with a great group of actual people, human beings. So that's not something you can gauge when you're saying yes, please be in our contest.
All right.
But in fact, I wish they would be a little less so we could get some rivalries going.
As Enzo would say, and you can't teach that. No.
You can't teach that. You guys are all SAW.
Oh, so yeah, that was the gift of the gods. So we will have. I know it seems a little like downer the way we're saying this, but it was really tough for all of us. We're proud to have the NWF coming back as a third participant. This is someone that could give both competitors a run. Who yet we don't know. So this is gonna be Lonely Bone Dust versus Elite, taking on Dog Crack versus the man Rocket Jabroni. Let's run through these matchups real quick. We're working with Rocket Jabroni. He's doing an Own Heart, which looks amazing, versus Dog Crack, who's doing Viscera or King Mabel, which is really tough because he's got a lot of sculpting to do.
He is sculpting it. He's not just using the standard fat body. He's actually sculpting it to look like the rolls and the different parts. I mean,
I was gonna help you out there, but I really wanted to see how you got out of that.
But no, he's doing an amazing job, and also Rocket Jabroni's was looking super clean. I'm excited for both of them. I mean, this one could go either way. They're both just great individuals, and their work is amazing, and it's going to be tough. We thought this round was tough. That round's going to be even tougher.
I'm excited to see what kind of head they both use. Owen Hart's someone I got up on my workbench. He's way down the line because I don't have a commission for him yet, so all the, he takes a back seat. But the head hasn't been done yet, so I'm looking forward to doing a head like that. Rocky Jabroni's probably going to kill it and beat me to it, but I'm really excited. And then same with Mabel, or I keep calling him Mabel. I guess it is Mabel, right? Viscera. Man, the tattoos are going to be key to this figure, and knowing Dog Crack, he won't miss a beat. So this is going to be deadly because Viscera is someone you could add a lot of detail just in the head scan alone with the contacts, with the lipstick and the teeth, the gap. He's a scary, scary big dude. And I think he's the youngest, is he the youngest champion? I can't remember. Not the youngest heavyweight champion, but I think he was the youngest, I don't know, until Brock came along maybe. Anyways.
Oh, no. Brock's definitely the youngest champion, yeah.
Yeah.
He was gifted a lot of things.
No, he's youngest superstar, I think, because I think he came in at 19.
Okay, maybe.
Viscera? I can't remember, because I thought 1-2-3 Kid was young. Anyways, we'll need to do a wrestling historian on here. Which, speaking of which, I mean, I'm just talking about this now. If you don't follow, Wrestling Figure Legacy on YouTube, it's a really cool channel. I think he'd be a great fit to have as a guest on this podcast. But it's a really cool channel. I just stumbled upon it the other day, and he has a bunch of facts about old figures, controversies, like the Hell in the Cell turning into the Chaos in the Cell, and then the Chaos in the Cell not having a top. All the times Jack screwed up. It's a really cool channel. Anyways, sorry to get off topic there. Going into the amateur... No, go ahead.
Said that they'll never make an ambulance because it reminds them of the injuries in the wrestling, and the parents don't like that. I was saddened by that because I want an ambulance match for my Braun.
It's probably Mattel, or it's probably WWE more than anyone because they're like, we have stockholders. Which, man, again, it's just depressing about how much there is a lack of action, back in the day, watching the old matches with chair shots to the head. You never would have taken that for granted until now. You don't see any chair shots to the head. It's wow.
Well, there's a lot of good stuff, and I just want to throw this out there that Mattel proposes and tries to get through, but doesn't make it to the final round too. So for all the complaining we do, I think they really are trying. But let's go to the amateurs. Let's talk about happy things. I'm already so depressed about this season. You want to go?
Yeah, so the amateurs, we got Lonely Bone Dust, who is working on. Are we allowed to say it? I think so. I mean, they're both working on their own. Are they? I don't know. The amateurs have been kind of keeping it quiet, so maybe we'll wait for that.
Oh,
Cause
okay.
have they done? I mean, we know who they're working on, but like,
Well, he's posted teaser pictures, so I think it's all right to say.
okay, Lonely Bone Dust. I'll let you do the honors.
Lonely Bone Dust is doing Mortis.
Very cool gimmick.
That is a very cool gimmick, and I'm looking forward to the sculpting that he'll do. In fact, he just sent me a picture before we went on the air. I didn't get to see it. We saw brief pictures of the face sculpting that he was doing. It looked amazing, so it's going to be a tough one to beat. And then we have Elite doing
China. The eighth, is it the eighth wonder of the world or ninth? Eighth.
Ninth Wonder of the World.
Ninth wonder of the world. Uh, yeah.
The eighth one was Andre.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She's an incredible athlete and legend. And it's really cool, and it's really cool that Elite's chosen to do a female figure inside a contest in which he'll be the only one to do a female inside the original round, because the only other people that did females were the Gift of the Gods. And
No, it's still messing me up when we were announcing things and everything, because he's doing a female, we're doing him. But yeah.
But
Anyway.
he's killing it. The shots that I've seen so far, the body looks very, very good, and it's going to be a tough contest as well. Lonely Bone Dust seems to be coming in the back. I don't see much paint work from him yet, but we got 3 days, so it's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be a good match.
It's going to be another great match. It's hard to tell who's going to end up in the finals, but we do know one thing. They'll be seeing the NWF.
Yeah, they'll be seeing both of them. Will be seeing the NWF. Whoever wins, and that will be for the Reaper Cup. Either one of those guys will get one, and for the grand prize, three-way dance, three-way battle, all capping off on December 10th.
How many trophies glow in the dark? I'm just saying. That's how awesome the Reaper
That is
Cup is.
sweet. That is very sweet. Man, yeah, I'm excited. I don't even know what else to talk about. We got one more week left. Let's talk about that real quick. So, as many of you had known and wished me your condolences, my cousin had passed away last week, so I was gone, and that's why we missed the episode. That kind of got the wheels starting turning. And this kind of whole, like, I talked to Damien about it. Before that, I was thinking about it. And it was kind of like this whole customizing for a cause type of thing here. And I'm thinking it'd be really cool to do it. And so what it's going to look like, and we're kind of fleshing it out still, is we're going to do custom. I'm going to do a custom. I'll probably just, go out in the fodder bin and be like, hey, who do I want to make? And make a custom. Probably won't take too long with it, too much sculpting or anything. But we're gonna do it for charity, and my charity will be one for cancer research, since that's how he passed away. But I would actually implore all of you guys, if you guys are interested in doing this, maybe we get a couple people involved, and I'll do this, start at a certain time, maybe after the contest is over, or after Thanksgiving or something. But hopefully you guys watch this. We'll post something about it too. But let's get a couple people here involved about customizing for a contest, or customizing for a cause. Let us know what cause, what your story is, what figure you want to do, and what we're going to do is maybe we'll try to sell them on the page first, or if not, we'll go to eBay, and on eBay we can choose our charities. So it'd be really exciting, and I think if there's a bunch of us, this is kind of our art form, so if there's a bunch of us, who knows how much money we could raise here towards the end. And another one would be cool, if I could do two, and maybe I will do two, is Toys for Tots. As a kid I was always... I loved action figures. I always had action figures, but a lot of kids don't. And coming around the holiday season, Toys for Tots is something that no kid should go Christmas without a toy, So maybe that's something we'll pull in too. And if you guys are on board, let me know. Let Patrick know.
built this contest and the page and the group and the Instagram to build a community, and this is one way as a community we can really make a difference if we all come together for this great cause or causes, as we may do, and tell our stories and create something great, some magic, and help those who are less fortunate or going through a tough time. And I really think this is going to be a great thing. So please join us in our causes and comment below, contact us through social media, whatever, and tell us that you'd like to be a part of this. I'm certainly hoping whoever our Reaper Cup champion is will participate.
Yeah, all levels, all experience levels, any wrestlers. This is something that we're going to do for, whoever's wanting to buy a figure. I mean, I guess that's probably the first step is, do someone that someone wants. But on that note, I'm going to completely donate the proceeds of my figure to the charity or charities or for figures. But yeah, either way, let us know. Really excited about that. This is holidays season. Thank you guys to all those who reached out. I know Damien even offered to fill in my spot to film the show, which is really cool. Nice of him. If not, man, maybe we could have got Biondo on here. I told Pat, I was like, man, I can't do it. We're really looking forward to this holiday season, though. I think there's a lot of great customizers, and let's do some cool customs. So,
absolutely.
Other than that, yeah, I don't have anything else.
Deadline is Sunday, 11:59,
November
Central
12th.
Standard Time.
November 12th.
And I may or may not be around, so I may not send you reminders. So you need to get your stuff in on time.
USA.
So you're not eliminated.
USA time. So.
USA Central Standard Time. Yes.
I guess we're only talking Elite there. He's the only Brit left we have. Oh, Elite, you're fighting for a whole country. So, yeah, no, that's really exciting. I think that's all I have. Do you have any parting thoughts?
Thank you, everyone who's been a part of this contest, everyone who's voted, everyone who's encouraged us, everyone who's joined our community. Thank you very much. Without you, the fans, this would never be possible. And we hope there's only one place to go, and that's up, up, up. Thanks to you.
We'll talk to you guys.
I am the chosen one. That is the Mad Reaper. See you next week.
See ya.